Welcome. We were doing how ChatGPT can be used for various stages of data science life cycle. And so far we have done these three stages: problem identification, business understanding, data acquisition, ETL. Now we want to do how ChatGPT can be used for EDA, exploratory data analysis. For that, I give first a very simple prompt. Give me Python code for exploratory data analysis for a CSV file. And it gave me this kind of Python code. I'm not discussing that code because, I am just saying what it did not give. For example, it did not give this to pandas profiling, installing, and grading. Then it gave this code, but it did not give this line. So as a result, what happened is when a plot is created like this, then only this much is given. This figure is not created. To create that figure, this line I had to add, but apart from that, everything was given by ChatGPT. This at present we are not discussing. Data was taken from this particular source. Now this is the code which it gave for reading the data set. First stage it gives import libraries. Second step, read the data set. This pandas profiling we are not doing at present. This it did not give, but this is sometimes required. What are the column names? This also it did not give, but this is also required. How many rows are there? How many columns are there? Okay. This it gave that what are the top 5 rows? Code for generating top 5 rows display. And I can see that there are some non-values. There are some big values in this price compared to which rooms etc. have small values. Distance also has relatively small values. Similarly, the code to generate last 5 rows. And again, you can see that again there are some non-values, or that is what you call null, and or sometimes we need to remove such non-values before proceeding further. So it is important, but that is called data transformation. In exploration, we will just explore the columns and see, note down that yes, this column has some non-values. Okay. It also gave this code plot a histogram for each numerical column. Now that is important because I gave just this very vague kind of prompt. I have never mentioned that exploratory data analysis means give code for histogram or code for correlation matrix, but it automatically generated that code. So it got the context. Okay. It also gave summary statistic code, that is this df.describe. Summary statistic is what is the minimum value of observations in one column, what is the maximum value, what is the mean of that, etc. Then it gave the code for correlation matrix. Again, important thing is I never mentioned anywhere that I want summary statistics or I want a correlation matrix, nothing, but it gave. Okay. Then from correlation matrix, it also created a code for heat map. Now, I'm not discussing all these things at present because just in a while we are going to discuss. So I tried to give a better prompt. This time my prompt was this big prompt with much detail. I have a .csv file with some data. These are the column names. Among these column names, these are the numeric columns. Can you give code for exploratory data analysis using conventional step-by-step EDA? Start with code for required import of required libraries and import of CSV file. Include code for knowing dimensions of data frame, displaying top 5 and bottom 5 records, obtaining summary statistics for data, correlation matrix, heat map, histograms. So you can see this time I'm giving it explicit prompt to do these things. Okay, detecting outliers that it could not give when I gave it this vague prompt. Then doing normalization that also it could not give for this prompt. So what is outliers and what is detecting normalization, that we will see. But I give this kind of detailed prompt to ChatGPT. Even with this detailed prompt, I forgot to mention one important thing, that I want code for Jupyter Notebook and not for VS Code or PyCharm like IDE. So it generated perfect code. But there were some issues. For example, this print statement does not work in Jupyter Notebook. It works perfectly for PyCharm or VS Code, but not for Jupyter Notebook. So all this print statement requires some change if I want for Jupyter Notebook. Rest of the code was perfect. But then I asked it that can you modify the code, and it immediately said that yes, replace this print statement by word display. For that, one additional library you have to import, but it created the whole code once again. And this time, instead of print statement, it used display statements. And we are going to use this improved code because we are going to use Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so this is the result